I've never noticed.
She's like, you do it.
Oh, really?
Take a full breath at a period.
All right, good evening, everybody. It is 6 o'clock, and I will call the 22nd regular Common Council meeting to order. Will the clerk state the quote of the evening?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. One person can make a difference, and everyone should try.
Thank you. Will the clerk call the roll?
Alderperson Bellinger.
Here.
Alderperson Decker.
Here.
Alderperson Feldy.
I'm here.
Alderperson Heidemann.
Here.
Alderperson LaFave.
Here.
Alderperson Mitchell.
Here.
Alderperson Perella.
Here.
Alderperson Peterson. Alderperson Ramey.
Here.
Alderperson Rust.
Present.
There are 10 present.
Thank you. If folks could stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Alder Decker, is there a motion to approve the minutes from our last meeting?
Thank you, Mayor. I move to approve the minutes from the 21st regular council meeting held on February 3rd, 2025.
Second. Moved and seconded. All those in favor of approval of the minutes, state aye.
Aye.
Any objections? Minutes are approved. Next, we have a resignation. Alder Decker, or excuse me, Deputy City Attorney Majerus.
Thank you. Steve Yeager from the Sheboygan Historic Preservation Commission, effective February 1, 2025.
Thank you. Alder Decker.
Thank you. I move to accept and file.
Second. Moved and seconded. All those in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Any objections? All right, that is accepted. Next, confirmation of appointments. Deputy City Attorney.
Thank you. To the members of the Common Council, I hereby submit the following appointments for your confirmation. Craig Sider to be considered for appointment to the Board of License Examiners as a full position. Samuel Payne to be considered for appointment to the Board of License Examiners for a full position. Craig Wakefield to be considered for appointment to the Board of License Examiners as a first alternate. John Jalipski to be considered for appointment to the Board of License Examiners as second alternate.
Thank you. Alder Decker.
I move to remove John Gillespie from the appointments.
All right, any objections? Seeing none, please proceed.
I move to confirm.
Second. Thank you. Moved and seconded. And just for the record, John Gillespie's removing his name. He just had some work events and can no longer make the committee work. So with that, any other discussion on appointments? Seeing none, all those in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Any objection? All right, those are approved. City Clerk, anyone for a public forum?
No one this evening.
Thank you. All right, first presentation of the evening. We have our friends from the Historic Preservation Commission. And I will turn it over to Allie Carrolls, the chair of the Historic Preservation Commission. So, Allie, welcome. Take it away.
All right. Thank you so much. Good evening, everybody. My name is Allie Carrolls. I'm the current chair of the Historic Preservation Commission for the city of Sheboygan. Just want to start out by telling you guys a little bit about the purpose of our commission. The purpose of the Historic Preservation Ordinance is to safeguard the city of Sheboygan's historic, prehistoric, and cultural heritage to stabilize and improve property values and enhance the visual and aesthetic character of historic buildings in the city. So the ordinance indicates that our commission should have 7 voting members from different backgrounds. 1 shall be a registered architect, and we have a current vacancy, otherwise we were completely full on 7 members. 1 shall be a historian. I'd like to introduce Travis Gross. He's our former executive director of the Sheboygan Historical Society for 11 years. 1 shall be a licensed real estate broker. We have Sarah Stemper, owner of Olive Branch Realty, and she has been a broker for 5 years. 1 shall be an alderperson. I'd like to say, hi, Dan, welcome. 1 shall be, and then 3 shall be citizen members with various backgrounds. I myself am a former museum director and owner of a historic home in North Point, Sheboygan. And then we have 2 longstanding commission members, including our vice chair, Wendy Schober, Schobert, owner of a post-war home and a county supervisor for District 9. And then we have our Chair Emeritus of the Historic Preservation Commission, Peter Mayer, who's a local attorney and former president of the Weil Center, who is restoring his business and residence buildings. And she's not here this evening, but I would like to call out Elise Rose. She's an associate planner for the city of Sheboygan, and she acts as our secretary and employee liaison for the commission. So I want to talk a little bit about what the commission has done in the past and what we've accomplished. So first, I think it's important for you folks to know that we have been meeting regularly every single month for the last 2 years. In the past, the commission was often more of a met on demand or an on call. So we're very proud of that meeting schedule and the work we're doing. Another item was armory mitigation plans. We helped complete those. That included updating a 2006 property listing survey hired by architect Tracy Schnell. This was simply an update. We did not add or detract any existing properties from this survey. It was simply an update. We did drop a few. And then we also had a well-attended public meeting of about 40 to 50 people where Tracy Schnell updated the survey and told folks about it. And we also got some really interesting inquiries about neighbors wanting to establish historic neighborhood districts. So that kind of was prompted at that meeting. We also worked on developing and revamping a more user-friendly certificate of appropriateness. You may be wondering, what is a certificate of appropriateness? When considering changes to historically designated homes, a certificate of appropriateness is required, which outlines the intended work. And that certificate must be reviewed by the commission. So if you're going to be requesting a building permit and yours is a historic home, you will be issued a certificate of appropriateness, which asks you to indicate the type of work that you will be doing. So we streamlined that certificate and made it user-friendly to ensure it was a positive part of the process. Another update is that we engaged with the public on various items, including ensuring that the Billy Budd chimney sweep statue and the chimney remained a visible and iconic part of the Sheboygan landscape. We've also reviewed and approved several citizen certificates of appropriateness, and we've been engaging with neighborhood associations interested in gaining historic recognition. Another item we're proud to have worked on is our Facebook page. This was established by Wendy Schobert, and it is the Sheboygan Historic Preservation Commission Facebook page, where we encourage the community to save historic properties. We have 214 followers. We also share agendas, historic photographs, news interests, and we've provided the links for various resources, including the ordinance, the historic survey, and others. We're really proud of the fact that in 2024, the spring of 24, we met as a group and did some strategic planning, narrowing down about 30 historic preservation related items to our top 6 priorities. The top 3 are ones that we'll be working on in 2025. The next 3 are ones we'll be working on in 2026. Our top 3 for this year include designating historic neighborhoods. We've had some folks from historic neighborhoods throughout Sheboygan come to us interested in learning how they could get signage or establish neighborhoods for themselves. I'm sure many of you have seen the Ellis District Historic Neighborhood signs, and so we've had folks that are interested in that. And we're working right now on a good way to go about that and partner with the city to get that visibility out there and hopefully get some signage in our neighborhoods. Another priority for us is designating the Civil War Monument at Fountain Park as a national monument. So there is a longer, complicated process in which we can do this, but the Civil War Monument at Fountain Park was actually built by the Henry Shealy family. They had 3 generations of masonry work in the business here in Sheboygan, and so we're really excited to pursue that and see if we can get that registered on the national level. And our third goal for this year is to apply for a grant from the Wisconsin Historical Society to get a new survey, a new property survey for the city of Sheboygan. The last one we did was in 2006 by Tracy Schnell. It had been updated by her, but no new properties had been added. And so we're hoping if we can secure a grant from the Wisconsin Historical Society this year, we can get a new historic property survey for the city of Sheboygan. One of our goals from the future strategic planning in our next year, 2026, is we hope to update the Historic Preservation Commission ordinance. We'll be doing research and consulting with fellow community commissions to shape an ordinance that will lead historic preservation efforts in our community. We're very excited to be on the commission and working towards some positive things for the city, and we want to say thank you for your time this evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ally. Appreciate that. Any questions from aldermen? All right. Seeing none. Thank you, Ally. All right. Well, good evening, everybody. I want to thank Ellie and the Historic Preservation Commission and those committee members for stepping up and being part of this committee now. Like Ellie said, it used to be an on-the-call sort of committee, but it's reactivated and re-energized and meets more consistently and help us move our city forward. So good working. We appreciate it. All right. So I'll jump right into it. City Council President Decker, Council Vice President Rust, council members, city department heads, city staff, and most importantly, my fellow Sheboyganites. I'm excited to present and share with you all today the state of the city. 2024 was another great year full of accomplishments and big wins for our community, and has paved the way for more success in 2025 and beyond. Many of these accomplishments would not be possible without the hard work and dedication from all of our 450 city employees. Their commitment and perseverance enable us to serve our community every single day, deliver high-quality municipal services that enhance the lives of all of our residents. We are deeply grateful for their efforts in making our city a better place for everyone. I know that we have all had our challenges, just like every cities do, but with resiliency and working together, Sheboygan has continued to endure any challenge that comes our way. And one of those challenges is definitely housing. We all know that a strong, robust, growing community desperately needs more access to affordable, quality housing. Our recent housing study underscored this importance. We need to build over 5,200 new housing units across the city of Sheboygan, and it needs to be an all of the above strategy. We need to diversify our housing stock from townhomes to senior housing, duplexes, single-family homes, and making sure we're increasing density along the way. If you'd like to read more about the housing study or dive more into it, you can check it out on the city's website as well. Equally important is the need for more affordable and accessible housing. As local Sheboygan businesses continue to grow, it is critical that we provide opportunities for everybody to find a home that they can afford. To ensure that we have more affordable housing in our city, partnerships are key. That is why we've been working alongside Partners for Community Development on several key initiatives. We recently broke ground the other week on a new affordable housing project on 13th and Erie. This project will provide many outlets for veterans as well as 44 affordable units. Additionally, after many years of hard work from our city staff, we were able to recover 14 homes in a receivership from a notorious slumlord. We've now transferred these homes to Partners for Community Development, where they will be fixed up and put to use. Another fantastic local nonprofit that we work alongside with to meet our housing goals is Habitat for Humanity Lakeside. Habitat is currently working on their 52nd home right here in Sheboygan. And I'm looking forward to continue our work with Habitat to build even more affordable homes in our city. And in the coming months, we'll continue to roll out more housing projects, and these projects will continue to be a wide variety of housing styles. And I'm asking the City Council and our staff to support these initiatives so that we can provide more housing options for all Sheboyganites. We also understand the importance of repairing and maintaining our roads and infrastructure. I'm incredibly proud to work alongside a city council that shares this commitment to investing in our future by prioritizing a comprehensive plan to address and maintain our roads. And this is not an issue that we can afford to delay. In 2024, our Department of Public Works team was able to fix large portions of Broadway Avenue, Sauk Trail Road, Swift Avenue, North 15th Street, South 19th Street, South 11th Street, Union Avenue, as well as Lincoln Avenue. We also partnered with the State Department of Transportation and Sheboygan County to reconstruct Taylor Drive. And in 2025, we'll be rolling out more orange barrels with 11 projects already queued up. This will include sections of South 20th Street, Dillingham, South 7th, North 16th, Ontario Avenue, North 11th Street, North 12th Street, as well as Division Avenue. However, we're not just fixing our roads, we're modernizing our infrastructure along the way. And thanks to the recent bipartisan infrastructure law, the City of Sheboygan has secured a grant through the Safe Streets for All program. This vital funding will support the development and implementation of our new Complete Streets initiative, which will enhance safety, reduce speeding and reckless driving, and make our city more walkable and accessible for all of our residents. And we are committed to doing this and ensuring that we're creating a safer, more vibrant community for everybody. And again, for more information on our Complete Streets initiative, check out the Department of Public Works on their webpage to stay engaged and informed throughout this planning process. And of course, after listening and working with all of our residents, we've made changes to our winter parking rules. Now winter parking rules will end a month early. And instead of ending on April 30th, they will now end on March 31st. Another key importance for a city is ensuring that we have a safe community, and Sheboygan continues to be one of the safest communities in the state of Wisconsin. We are fortunate to have our new police chief, Kurt Zempel, a fellow Southsider, at the helm of our police department. Chief Zempel has many years of experience in public safety, and I know under his leadership, Chief Zempel will continue to keep our community safe. Our community has experienced remarkable progress in reducing property crimes with rates at historic lows. 2 decades ago, we were seeing over 2,000 thefts annually, but that number has dropped to under 6,000 for the last year. Similarly, burglaries, which were averaging about 400 a year, have now plummeted to only 42. We believe that our strong partnerships with working with residents and along with ongoing efforts to build neighborhoods and foster collective engagement, these are key drivers for the dramatic reduction in property crime. In addition, traffic-related incidents have also seen significant declines. While we were once averaging 2,500 crashes annually, we've continued to maintain those numbers under 1,500 crashes per year for several years now. Our strategy with the police department involves a carefully coordinated approach that blends targeted enforcement with public awareness and ensuring that we're not only reaching drivers with important safety messages, but also focusing on high-risk locations and behaviors that historically contributed to these accidents. Another important achievement worth noting, and with the City Council's support of the Crisis Co-Response Program, we've seen significant decrease in mental health emergency detentions. Last year, we just saw 51 detentions, which is less than half of the number from previous years. This drop is a direct result in our collaboration with Elevate and the county to provide proactive support for individuals in mental health crisis and intervening early and helping ensure that folks get the care that they need before situations escalate to emergency levels. This past year, we're proudly welcomed and officially recognized a new addition to our growing list of neighborhood associations. On the north side, we've added the Cleveland Park Neighborhood Association. This marks a significant milestone at Cleveland Park becoming our 15th neighborhood association, further strengthening the sense of unity and collaboration within all of our neighborhoods in the city. And I'm also proud to report that our local economy is strong and getting stronger every day. Today, we've seen record low unemployment, with our city currently at 2.2 unemployment, which is much lower than the long-term average of 4.1%. And recently, this summer, we were reaffirmed with our strong financial standing with our AA2 bond rating. And it is so important that we continue to make progress, that we updated our processes and modernize and adapt to our modern needs. That is why, listening with local developers and businesses, we've cut burdensome and dated regulations that were part of our approval projects. Now, we have reduced a 7-step process to 4. This past year, many local businesses continue to grow and invest right here in Sheboygan, like Acuity, which just recently announced that they will be adding 200 more employees. As well on the south side, HTT, which is a stamping company, is growing and expanding. Old Wisconsin recently purchased a building in our business park, and Old World Creamery, with the support of the Redevelopment Authority, is growing as well. And the Old World Creamery, I always like to say, it's the second largest butter producer in the state of Wisconsin. But we're not stopping there. Our work to build a thriving economy doesn't end with just bringing businesses in. It's about creating a sustainable, diverse economy for the future that invests in our neighborhoods and our community. We'll continue to invest in infrastructure that attracts new industries and positions that make Sheboygan a hub of innovation and opportunity. Now, on the tourism front, last year we had another great P1 powerboat race on the shores of Lake Michigan, which once again brought thousands of visitors to our city and boosted our economy. Because of the great success of the last two Midwest Challenges in Sheboygan, the city won the Sheboygan County Chamber of Commerce Tourism Award in 2024. And this summer, we are hosting the P1 offshore races once again for the second weekend in August. And to add to this excitement, we are excited that P1 will be incorporating jet ski racing that weekend as well, which will make that weekend an event even more dynamic. This last summer, the popular TV show Bar Rescue also filmed in Sheboygan, highlighting Harbor Lights, the iconic location which it was filmed. And mark your calendars as well, because in a few weeks on Sunday, March 2nd, the episode will premiere on the Paramount Network. And it's so great to have the film industry come to our community and, more importantly, highlight one of our local businesses. We also have an outstanding senior center that continues to grow and provide wonderful services, which we all know is Uptown Social. They recently now have achieved over 1,600 active members, which keeps shattering, almost tripled the amount of memberships we had at the senior center before 4 years ago. Additionally, we've successfully completed phase 2 of the building expansion, introducing a brand new gym, which now features pickleball, further enhancing the diverse range of activities available at Uptown Social. And over the last few months, the Mayor's International Committee has been hard at work strengthening our sister city relationships, and we are so blessed to have two long-standing sister cities in Esslingen, Germany, and Tsubame, Japan. And for the first time in 15 years, this last summer, we hosted a delegation from Tsubame, Japan. The Mayor's International Committee team has also stepped up its cultural programming, hosting two new events, one being the Taste of Japan, which was a partnership with Lakeland, as well as the Uptown Social, and the second one, which was a partnership with Christopher Farm and Gardens. We hosted the Journey to Japan event, and I'm happy to share that this event has also been nominated for a Sheboygan County Chamber of Commerce Working Together Award. And with all that is going on in the world today, sister cities and subnational diplomacy are so important to strengthening international relations and bonds right here at home. Now, to the heart of our downtown is one of our key gems, the Mead Public Library. It is the most visited city building with over 700 visits a day when it's open. And last year, over 350,000 materials were checked out of the library last year. And these are not just books, it's everything from museum passes to instruments to cooking and sewing equipment as well. The Mead Library remains committed to innovation and discovering new ways to provide library services to our community. Last year, Mead Library introduced the state-of-the-art locker pickup system, allowing patrons to request and retrieve items at their convenience, 24/7. This initiative enhances accessibility and ensures that library resources are always within reach. And a heartfelt thank you to the Mead Library Foundation for funding this project and helping us better serve our community. And our dynamic city clerk staff have been hard at work modernizing our election processes and making voting more accessible. Utilizing portions of our American Rescue Act dollars, we are now one of the many cities in Wisconsin that will be utilizing Badger books for election. Badger books replace our old polling books, and Badger books will help streamline the voting process when you go to the polls, and we're rolling it out tomorrow for the February primary. Also, our HR team has been at the forefront of implementing innovative onboarding and training programs, ensuring that our dedicated city employees have the resources and support that they need to thrive in the workplace. Additionally, we've been thoroughly reviewing all of our policies to modernize our daily operations and enhance efficiency all across our departments. And moving forward, it's critical that we continue to conduct comprehensive risk assessments throughout the city to empower our employees to deliver essential services effectively and seamlessly. I'm so incredibly proud to call Sheboygan my hometown, and today I'm honored to reaffirm that the state of our city is strong. As we reflect on the past year, it is clear that Sheboygan's strengths stem from our unwavering dedication of our city employees, the valuable partnerships we have forged with local businesses, organizations, neighborhoods, and the progress that we've made together ensures that Sheboygan is one of the best places to live, work, and thrive. So as we look to the future, I'm filled with excitement and optimism that the best days of Sheboygan are ahead. And for council members in the next few committee meetings, you'll be hearing a lot of annual reports from many of our department heads and hear a lot of the great work. There's so much to cover and so much to share and celebrate with the work that we do with the city every single day. And I know I couldn't get all of it into the speech, but we have a great, fantastic team from all of our department heads to everyone down working the front lines as well. So together, let's keep our momentum going, building a future where everyone has the chance to succeed and where our community continues to be a place of opportunity. So thank you, everybody, and God bless the great city of Sheboygan. Thank you. All right, let's get back to our regular scheduled programming here. All right, so we got 3 hearings to quick go over here. All right, hearing number 14, 24, 25, pursuant to notices published by the city clerk. This hearing is to allow interested parties to be heard relative to the proposed amendment to the Sheboygan's Municipal Code. The purpose of the amendment is to remove responsibility for the Housing Rehabilitation Loan Program from the Historic Preservation Commission. Anyone wishing to be heard on this item? Anyone wishing to be heard? Last call. Anyone wishing to be heard? Seeing none, Alder Decker.
I move to close the hearing.
Second. Moved and seconded. All those in favor of closing the hearing state aye.
Aye.
Any objections? All right, that hearing is closed. Next, hearing number 15, 24, 25, pursuant to notices published in letters sent by the city clerk. This hearing is to allow interested parties to be heard relative to a proposed amendment to the City of Sheboygan's official zoning map. The purpose of this amendment is to change the use district classification of property located on North Commerce Street at the aforementioned parcel number from Class Urban Commercial to Class Urban Industrial classification. Anyone from the public wishing to be heard on this item? Anyone wishing to be heard? Final call. Anyone wishing to be heard? Seeing none, Alder Decker.
I move to close the hearing.
Second. Moved and seconded. All those in favor of closing the hearing, state aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, so the hearing is closed. Item 12, hearings number 16, 24, 25, pursuant to notice published and letter sent by the city clerk. This hearing is to allow interested parties to be heard relative to a proposed amendment to the City of Sheboygan's official zoning map. The purpose of the amendment is to change the use district classification of property located at North Commerce Street at the aforementioned parcel number from Class Urban Commercial to Class Urban Industrial classification. Anyone from the public wishing to be heard on this item? Anyone wishing to be heard? Last call. Anyone wishing to be heard? Seeing none, Alder Decker.
I move to close the hearing.
Second. Moved and seconded. All those in favor state aye.
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 Anyone opposed? That's approved. All right. Consent agenda, items 12 through 22, or excuse me, 14 through 22. Alder Decker.
I move to receive and file all ROs, receive all RCs, and adopt all resolutions and ordinances.
Second. Moved and seconded. Any discussion regarding any of the items on the consent agenda? All right, seeing none, this is a roll call vote.
Alderperson Feldy?
Aye.
Ten ayes.
All right, that's approved. All right, reports of officers. All right, item 23, motion to rescind general ordinance number 342425 as it was prematurely adopted at the February 3rd Common Council meeting. Alder Bellinger?
I move to rescind.
Is there a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion on this item? Seeing none, this is a roll call vote.
Alderperson Feldy? Alderperson Feldy?
Aye.
10 ayes.
All right, that's approved. Okay, next, 24, RO number 111, 2425 by the City Plan Commission, to whom was referred General Ordinance number 342425 by Alder Bellinger, amending section 105-1006 from the Sheboygan Municipal Code as to remove responsibility for the Housing Rehabilitation Loan Program from the Historic Preservation Commission. Alder Bellinger.
I move to receive the RO and adopt the ordinance.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Seeing none, no. This is a roll call vote, or voice vote, right? Yeah. Okay, voice vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? That's approved. All right, next item 25, RO number 113-2425 by Transit Commission, to whom was referred resolution number 151-2425 by Alderpersons Decker, Rust, Mitchell, authorizing the appropriate city officials to execute the contract for professional services between Bay Lakes Regional Plan Commission and the City of Sheboygan Shoreline Metro regarding preparation for a 2030 Transit Development Program. Alder Decker.
I move to receive the RO and adopt the resolution.
Moved in second. Discussion on this item. Alder Prella.
Just a quick question about, so the total price for this service is $49,371. Was this budgeted for? I assume so, right?
Transit Director?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. And the other follow-up brief question, is this a private entity?
Can you repeat that?
Is this a private entity, third party that does that?
Bay Lake? They're quasi?
They're public.
Yeah, they're
They're
public.
public. Very good.
Yeah, they receive DOT dollars.
Yeah.
Okay.
Out of the $49,000, the city's actually going to pay only a portion of that. So they receive DOT grant funding for this project. So
Very good, yeah. Okay. And is this the same commission that worked on the last plan?
correct. Yeah, they
Right?
do a lot of work for us, for Shoreline Metro,
Okay, very good.
and the
Thank
city,
you.
for that matter.
Thank you.
All right, thanks. Any other questions on this item? Seeing none, this is a roll call vote.
Alderperson Feldy?
Aye.
Ten ayes.
All right, that's approved. 26 lays over. 27, 28, 29 will get referred to their respective committees. 30 through 37 will as well be referred to their respective committees. Moving right along to reports of committees, item 38, RC number 213-2425 by the Finance and Personnel Committee, to whom was referred to direct referral resolution number 161-2425 by Alderpersons Mitchell Prella, authorizing retaining outside legal counsel to represent the city in the matter of Roger Miller versus the Plan Commission, and authorize payment for said services. Alder Mitchell.
Thank you, Mayor. I move to receive the RC and adopt the substitute resolution.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Alder Bellinger.
In the future, I would like to ask that there's supporting documentation for this. I know who Roger Miller is. I have no idea what this lawsuit is about or why our in-house counsel can't represent the city. So I guess I would like to have those answers. I don't even know what this lawsuit entails or, anything about it and why we can't have our in-house counsel represent us. I think that would be nice to have that as part of the documentation and the packet that we receive as aldermen so that we could look through and make a more informed decision.
All right, City Administrator.
Yes, so we addressed some of that at the Personnel and Finance Committee. With this particular case, our in-house counsel, part of their recommendation on action resulted in part of this lawsuit. So essentially, in-house counsel is being drug in as a part of this, and there's a claim against them in the variety of claims that are being made by Mr. Miller and the group he's working with. So to kind of prevent our defense counsel being called as a witness or being drug into the case, we're making a recommendation of working with an outside law firm to defend this case so we don't run into that issue if it were to make it to trial.
Follow-up?
In the future, could we get some kind of, that's a perfect, explanation, and it's very helpful, but, if we weren't in the Finance and Personnel Committee meeting, none of the other aldermen would have any idea about that, so thank you.
Yeah,
Okay. Thank you. Other discussion? Seeing none, this is a roll call vote.
Alderperson Feldy?
Aye.
10 ayes.
Thank you. That's approved. Item 39, RC number 214-2425 by the Finance and Personnel Committee, to whom was referred General Ordinance number 35-2425 by Elders Mitchell and Perla, amending the Sheboygan Municipal Code so as to move housing rehabilitation loan program responsibilities to the Finance and Personnel Committee. Alder Mitchell.
Thank you, Mayor. I move to receive the RC and adopt the ordinance.
Second.
Moved and second. Discussion on this item. Seeing none, this is a roll call vote.
Alderperson Feldy?
Aye.
10 ayes.
All right, that's approved. Item 40, RC number 215-2425 by Public Works Committee, to whom was referred resolution number 158-2425 by Alderperson Decker and Ramey, authorizing the Lakeshore Child Advocacy Center to sublease a portion of their office space within Uptown Social Senior Community located at 1817 North 8th Street. To CASA. Alder Decker.
Thank you, Mayor. I move to receive the RC and file the resolution.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion on this item? Alder Mitchell.
Thank you. Just not being privy to the discussion that happened in Public Works, could we get a quick overview on why this one's getting filed?
Who wants that?
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question?
Why are we filing this?
So the request originated by Lakeshore CAC wanting to sublease a portion of their property that they lease from Uptown Social. While working through that project, they came to realize that they would prefer to have that space for their own operations, and they have asked us to file this matter so that they need not pursue a sublease any further.
Fair enough. Thank you.
Thank you. Other discussion on this item? Seeing none, this is a roll call vote.
Alderperson Feldy?
Aye.
Alderperson Decker?
Oops, sorry.
That's okay.
I thought I had
10
it.
ayes.
I thought I hit it.
Thank you.
All right, that's approved. Next, RC number 221-24 by the 25 by the Licensing Hearing and Public Safety Committee, to whom was referred General Ordinance number 36-2425 by Alder Bellinger, amending section 101-19 of the Sheboygan Municipal Code as to add a person with architectural experience to the Plan Commission. Alder Rust.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I recommend receiving the RC and adopting the ordinance.
There's moved and seconded. Discussion. Seeing none, this is a roll call vote.
Alderperson Feldy?
Aye.
10 ayes.
That's approved. Next is item 42, RC number 225-2425 by the Licensing Hearing and Public Safety Committee, to whom was referred RO number 108-2425 by the City Clerk, submitting various licensing applications. Alder Rust.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I move to receive the RC and granting and/or denying the licenses with caveats.
Second. Moved and seconded. Any discussion on this item? Is the applicant wishing to speak on behalf of their application here tonight? All right. Seeing none. Other discussion? Seeing none. This is a roll call vote.
Alder Feldy?
Aye.
10 ayes.
All right. Next, some general ordinances, matters that laid over. RO number 109-2425 by the Plan Commission, to whom was referred general ordinance number 32-2425 by Alder Bellinger, and RO number 100-2425 by the city clerk, submitting an application to amend the City of Sheboygan official zoning map of the Sheboygan zoning ordinance to change the use district classification of property located at North Commerce Street from the aforementioned parcel number from class urban commercial to class urban industrial. Alder Bellinger.
I move to receive the RO and adopt the ordinance.
Is there a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Discussion. Seeing none, roll call vote.
Alderperson Feldy?
Aye.
10 ayes.
That's approved. 44. RO number 110-2425 by City Plan Commission, to whom was referred general ordinance number 31-2425 by Alder Bellinger, and RO number 99-2425 by City Clerk, submitting an application to amend the City of Sheboygan official zoning map of the Sheboygan zoning ordinance to change the use district classification of property located at North Commerce Street at the aforementioned parcel number from class urban commercial to class urban industrial. Alder Bellinger.
I move to receive the RO and adopt the ordinance.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, this is a roll call vote.
Alderperson Feldy?
Aye.
All right.
10 ayes.
That's approved. Next, we have a contemplated closed session. Holder Decker.
Thank you, Mayor. I move to convene in closed session under the exemption provided by Wisconsin statutes 19.85 sub 1E for deliberation or negotiation of the investment of public funds where competitive or bargaining reasons require a closed session, to wit, the investing of public funds to support the redevelopment of property at 1128 South 11th Street, Sheboygan, and 2, receiving an update from the city administrator on development projects which may require negotiation related to the investment of public funds.
Thank you. Is there a second? Second. Moved and seconded. Roll call vote.
Alderperson Feldy?
Aye.
Ayes.
All right, that's approved. That will convene the public portion of the meeting tonight. Thank you.